do you feel about the news that's hit recently with Puff?
Man, um, I can't even hold you. Pause. Uh, it really kind of affected me. You know, like number one, that's all. In the algorithm, that's all you're gonna hear is every single day, all day long. This is all people are gonna talk about. But in hip hop, there's like a brotherhood, and a lot of us have known each other for like 30 years since we were like basically children.
Facts.
And he's one of those dudes, like, regardless to whether I agreed with who he was or what he did and how he did things, in hip hop, we were still brothers. Like, I still consider his sons my nephews, regardless to what.
Hey, Dane, pause real quick. How y'all feeling today? I always got to check the temperature. Put a 1 in the chat if you feeling good. Put a 2 in the chat if you can be a little bit better. Put a 3 in the chat if you just happy to be alive, right? It's another day above ground, another day to do to do the showdown, right? So smash that like button, tell a friend and tell a friend. Healthy Discussion is going live. Let's talk about Dame Dash and let's react to Dame Dash on his new American new network. I kind of like what he's doing. He's going to explain about what's going on in the industry and what's going on with Diddy from a person that's been around him for a while. Because the headline is going to smear Diddy, but to me, this one is bigger than Diddy's, bigger than Cassie. They're protecting somebody, and the thing is, who y'all think they protecting? I want to know who y'all think they protecting. I just put a prompt at the bottom of the screen. Let me know if y'all can see it. It say morals and principles. I'm big on that. Morals and principles. Having integrity. I'm a man about that. Having money and can't access it means you're broke. They just denied Diddy $50 million bond. My God. But let's continue. Dang, you got the floor.
But he do, his sons will always be good with me. If hopefully everything's cool with that as well. Or children in general. And that's how I feel about everyone from my kind of generation that graduated from that era of hip hop. So it was like, damn. I knew how much this was, number one, going to affect the face of hip hop because he's been a pillar for the last 30 years. There was no hip hop without certain people being mentioned. And, I'm proud to say that I'm one of those people, but he's definitely one of those people. And even though somewhat has always been a competitive nature between him and I've always admired the fact that he'll do anything. Like when he ran the marathon, I was like, I wouldn't have did that. Like he definitely is turned up. Pause. Like he has a lot of energy. And I admired the fact that he was able to stay relevant over and over again. I couldn't understand it. I'd be like, how did he get that deal? He always gets those deals, I was definitely transparent. I was definitely sort of pissed off because I felt like I started that thing with the vodka and the liquor and the Armin deal. I remember having a conversation with him at the MTV Awards and him asking me, like, how'd you do that, blah, blah, blah. And he went and did it a different way and made a lot of money from it. But I was like, in my brain, I was like, he's always copying. You know what I mean? Like, and it's sometimes I'd wonder, like, how does he get that deal? Like, I have a great idea, but he could always get the deal to connect him to pop culture where he could get that volume and be so embraced, But I'd be like, but I'm going to still do it my way. And I don't care. Like, we've had conversations like, yo, bruh, it's kind of similar ideas, but yeah, but I do them better than you. Maybe you do. But you don't celebrate that kind of thing no matter what, And I started to think, because like every day something new comes out. So I'm wondering in his brain, like, in this very moment, would he give up everything, all the money, all the history he's made with music, all of it, just to be regular and be free? Would he erase everything? Like, was it worth it? The 30 years of rolling?
Paul, that's a good question. What y'all think? Do y'all think 30 years, right? He became a billionaire, Big B, right? He had to go through the Diageos. He had to go through the allegations, the sexual allegations, all these things, right? Was it really worth it? That's a great question, Dane. And I look at it like, if you can't access the money or live in peace or have a family and roam this earth however you want to roam it, because the point of it is to be free, right? So to me, it wasn't worth it, because the court's not even going to accept your $50 million bond. And God forbid, right? But the other day I just had a vision and I was like, they're going to try to Epstein him. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now, if you read in the narrative, they talking about in jail, he's on a protective custody, and a lot of people just want to make a name off of him. It may be the security guard. It may be somebody that want to make a name. They say he have $100 million on his head. I said, that's crazy. Anybody gonna do anything at that point. But what do he know? He knows something. Or they're protecting someone. Kamala, I'm just saying. Celebrities, I'm just saying. NBA players, NFL players. Who y'all think he protecting? Leave them thoughts down below. I really would like to know. Dang, you got the floor.
If he knew 30 years ago that he had 30 years to just do whatever he wanted, and be well respected and celebrated, and do all these impactful things that have affected hip hop and the trajectory of hip hop. And now I'm seeing that he had a lot more power than I knew. So he was affecting everything. And would he be like, yo, I'll give it all up just so I could just be with my kids every day? And when I saw him at the park with his kids, I was like, yo, that's what I do every day. That's what I walked away from, because the ultimate wealth, I just always wanted a family.
Pause. Now, a man telling you that all he wants is a family, right? What's going on in today's society where all they want is everything else but a family? Can we talk about it? It just goes to show. See, back then it's a little different, right? I know they glorified and glorified things, and some people can say hip hop did more damage to the community than any other thing, right? And I can agree on that too, because what you hear translate to what you see, and what you see is what you do, right? Because that's what you're projecting. So I totally get the nuances that's happening in that dilemma. But let's stress family. Put a family put a family down in the chat if you respect and honor family. Man, woman, children, and child. How about this? God, man, woman, children, and then children. In that order. Nothing else, because nothing else makes sense. Anything else you cannot reproduce. On that note, smash that like button, tell a friend to tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Dang, you have the floor.
And my mom died when I was young. I lost my girl at the time, fairly young. I haven't been in a functional relationship with any of my children's mothers. It's been war before they were born. And all I wanted was just a peaceful life, be able to just pick my son up from school, or my child, my daughter, go to all their activities, take them to school, just grow with them, and be with a woman that I love, and be peaceful and grow together. All those things was my dream. And the crazy thing is, the only way I was able to get to that dream was to detach from all of that stuff.
Well said.
I would never have gotten the ultimate dream had I stayed around. you know. So I just, I know the kind of guy that he is, and he's used to being a free-spirited individual. And then I start to reflect, like, yo, how did you avoid all that? How did you just know to stay away? And it's just because, like, regardless of whether what he was doing was illegal or not, that will be judged in a court of law. But what we do know was he was doing some loose shit. Like, there were actual freak off parties, and there were environments and things that were going on that I personally would never, ever, ever do, be around. And I think people know me, and hearing about these things actually happening, people would be like, now I understand why Dame really didn't get along with certain people.
Right.
And then I'm thinking, yo, this shit was really going on? Like, because it seems like there's like the general party, and then there's the VIP party where all the elite, so the elite people have to be knowing about what's going on, and they're still there, whether they're participating or not. That's a secret. And that kind of secret, because, I heard things, but not that crazy. Not the things that have been admitted to doing, like, not pause baby oil crazy. Like, I didn't know,
Hold on.
like, it's just something that was unfathomable to me. The fact that didn't get out, that means that's a very secret.
Pause. This is why I say pause, right? Now, I think that baby oil thing is a little bit extreme. This is why, because having baby oil ain't illegal. Having 100 of them ain't illegal. We already know that he's already part of the pimp game. So I think with the narrative that they're trying to spread is painting an ugly narrative. It's as if they're trying to convince the juror or the mass amount of people, right? Before the actual trial. Can we talk about it? That's what it's looking like. Smash that like button if you agree.
Club. Whoever's holding that secret, they hold it tight to the vest. And I'm like, what other secrets? Like, what deals were made in those freak offs? Because a lot of the deals that happen in social environments. That's why people go to the club and they hang out all day. Bankers hang out with bankers all day to get deals done.
Pause. He's dropping knowledge. Networking. You got to network. You have to network. That's how you get your network up. That's how you get the networking, right? You have to network. You want to be in another net bracket, you got to network.
I would go to Tripiani's and I'd watch, we'd make, $1 billion deals over a bottle of vodka. And it was all based on, that hanging out and that trust. And you would throw your man an alley-oop because y'all hung out. If you get into that secret club and you're able to hold a secret so tight to the vest, a lot of business deals are getting made there.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, damn, I might understand why certain people had certain opportunities, certain deals, and if they weren't participating, they were there and they didn't leave and they repetitively came back. So I don't think people knew, or maybe they were, or they did know, but I'll give people the benefit of doubt. Like, I don't think they thought it was illegal, but it was loose. And as far as moral compass, morally, that would not be the environment that I would want my kids around. I would want to be around. I wouldn't want to do no business in that environment. Could you imagine me going to one of those parties and walking in that room? Would I be like, y'all know, where's the pause button? I'd be like, pause button. I'd be like, you're in here, y'all bugging. What? Oh, I didn't know. That type shit. They know that I'm not tolerant, or, I don't look the other way. I'd be getting out the way. But I might not be so silent. I might not be able to keep that secret.
Hey, one thing I can say about Dame Dash, man, this man is still entertaining. I don't care what nobody say. He said, pause, hold on. We got to hit that pause button. I may not be so silent of what I just seen. I guess that's why they didn't want him a part of the club, right? Kind of makes sense to me. He's like, Dame Dash, he stands for principles and morals. Oh, he's not breaking. And all I'm saying is that's respectable. At the end of the day, we can kiki, we can laugh, right? But at the end of the day, to me, that was honorable and that's respectable. You're supposed to draw your line in the sand, right? And say, look, this is what I won't do and this is what I will do. Because if you don't have any standards, you're going to fall for anything. Smash that like button if you agree. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Hey, Dame, you got the floor.
What I saw, so I'm like wondering, like, damn. And I'm wondering if people understand what the buckshot of another person's karma is.
Karma.
With a shotgun, you shoot it in pellet spray. So you might hit your target, but the pellets are gonna hit whoever's around. So you might not meant to be getting shot, but you're gonna.
That analogy right there, A1. Can somebody put A1 some sauce in the comments? That analogy right there was A1. Damn, you made sense to me. You made all the sense to me. Some people don't believe in karma, right? I believe sometimes karma skips generations. What you do in this lifetime might affect somebody in 2, 3, or different realms in a different realm. So be careful in what you do, because what you push out, boomerangs. You get it back. Smash that like button if you agree. What y'all think about karma and how he explained it with the shotgun analogy? I kind of like that. He broke it down and it made sense. Yes, you may hit your target, but you also may buckshot, boom, 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 and hit everything else. Can we talk about it? Dane, you got the floor.
I catch a couple of a spray of those bullets. That's what karma is like. So if you are around somebody that may be doing something immoral,
cook it,
and you might look the other way or might help facilitate it, karmically, you may be considered accountable.
Cook it.
Everybody at the top is.
Pause. I think Dame right there was cooking right there. Grab your pots and pan. It's time to cook. Don't forget the spatula. And I don't think Dame Dash forgot his spatula. Let's continue. Cook it.
Getting these bigger deals, right? Everyone's glorifying that. Like by you not being in those, I guess, positions of these things that are happening behind closed doors that you're not willing to be part of. How is that affecting you?
It's made me depend on my family. It's made me focus on the things that really matter, like education, how to really help our culture, raising a child, eating healthy.
Dame have great points right there, but I'm gonna leave the link down below. Smash that like button, tell a friend and tell a friend. This is beginning at the end, another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. You can check me out on YouTube. You can also check me out on Twitch. We just got started with Twitch, and we're gonna be going live every chance we get. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the beginning at the end. Subscribe to the channel and let me know your honest thoughts about Dame Dash and his point of views with the Diddler Riddler and what's going on with karma and the money scene and the industry itself. I'm going to leave the link down below because this was quite an extensive reaction video. So I hope you guys enjoy. Peace, blessings, and love. And remember, positivity over negativity always.